Fellas, have you ever wondered why won't she take me serious? Why does she just want me as a friend? Well, in episode number 186, we're talking about it. Why she keeps you in the friend zone. Let's get into it. Hey, what's going on, YouTube? We back at you with another episode of Making a Case, episode number 186. We talking about it, but first, before we talk about it, I'm your host, Dr. Jacob Isom. We got two channel norms over here. One, we attack points and not people, and then two, we don't do all that cussing, derogatory stuff. We like to keep it professional over here. All right. And one of the more familiar topics you've heard, one of the most talked about topics, right? The friend zone. Okay. In particular, of course, the man that's in the friend zone, because men just don't friend zone women. And if we do, it's for a specific reason. Okay. But when it comes to men being in the friend zone and why women may do that, of course, it's a reason why. Women love to have men around for just advice and, let's be real, protection. Just having, that male confidant, right? Because women love actually hanging around men. Okay. Why do you think women have a lot of gay male friends? Right. So they have the aspect of a woman feminine, but he's still a man, right? It's kind of like the best of both worlds. And they don't have to sleep with him. Okay, so women love having men around. So that's a given, right? And here's the crazy, this always boggles my mind. Women love having men around that they are actually attractive to. Women love having attractive male friends. It's almost just like how men love having women around them that are attractive and they may not be sleeping with them. And let's just be real, 9 times out of 10, they want to. But it's just one of those situations where, you know, it just hasn't happened and it may not be from lack of effort. I will tell you that, right? So, a lot of time when you hear women saying that, oh, you know, they're just my friend. They actually are probably telling the truth, right? Because women do not mind having men around that they have not slept with. Okay. There are benefits, of course, like I said, protection and going on free trips and getting meals paid for. So they get a lot of the same things they would get in a relationship, but it's not the pressure and not the sex that's involved. All right. So we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna go just a little bit more in depth with it. Of course, I have like 3 or 4 clips to show you. So without further ado, let's get into the first clip, shall we?
Coach, I got friend zoned by her. I mean, now I'm in the friend zone. And like, I think a comedian, I don't know if it was Chris Rock or somebody, was saying a man doesn't just, he ends up in the friend zone. He doesn't try to be there. And so one of my students asked me, how did I end up there? And I said, first of all, let me explain to you. There's something. The harsh reality is a woman might have a great connection with you, but she just sees you as a friend. Because what she says is, I cannot see myself having an emotional connection, intimate with you. Now, that has changed before, okay? But you got to understand the reasons why. Number one, why? You're not her type. Now, the type can change, y'all. As we get older, as we evolve, and your type of person that you have in your mind may not be the type of person that you will have a great relationship with. So number two, though, you took too long to make a move. See, a lot of times you want to be Mr. Nice Guy. You want to say, hey, coach, I got friends.
And I want to touch on because he's absolutely right. I don't know about the making the move part because to be honest with you, when a woman is feeling you, it's gonna happen naturally, right? When women are feeling the man, like the it's like a magnet, right? Men and women, they just become, you know, attracted to each other, right? So there's not really a lot of effort you got to do. Only dudes who look at a girl and put her on the pedestal really have to try that hard, right? But I want to share a quick story with you. Back in my early 20s, right? I was around, you know, college age women all the time because, of course, I was still in college, right? And there was this one particular girl, and I'm not gonna say her name because I think she's married now. Um, she was attractive, and I was single, and feeling myself at the time, right? And it was a person that was trying to put us together, and she was like, "You're not my type," and that's what she told me, right? And I was like, I was so taken back by it. I was like, hold on. I'm everybody type. That was my ego talking. Okay, just rock with me for a second, right? But then over the year, it took me a long time to figure out and realize that, man, like I'm literally not every woman's type, right? And yes, a lot of women do have a type, right? So a lot of time that's what it is. Like she will put you in the friend zone because she might think you cool to hang out with and all that, but like in most women head, they have a picture of the man that they're going to end up with. They're going to be in a relationship with, or they're going to be married to. They're going to have kids with, right? Particularly when they're young. So if you're not fitting that mold, yes, she will friend zone you. Okay. I mean, it just is what it is. All right. Let's get into another clip.
Womansplain the friend zone. Because I just watched a video where a woman said that the friend zone doesn't exist. And I've seen tons of videos from women who criticize any men who use the term as just being misogynistic pigs who only want one thing out of women. And these are people who just don't understand what the term friend zone was supposed to mean. So again, a womansplain. Yes, there are some men who honestly believe that if they insert enough friendship coins into a woman, they are eventually entitled a girlfriend. Those are called nice guys, but it is not the same as being friend zoned. Getting friend zoned is when a woman is not interested in a guy or attracted to a guy, but she leads him on to believe that she is, so that she can attempt to manipulate as much as she possibly can out of him. She will use these men for emotional labor to validate the shit out of her whenever she's dealing with an a-hole guy, but then disappear on him entirely when that a-hole guy starts talking to her again. She keeps saying she's not ready to date you, but then guilt trips the hell out of you if you even so much as start talking to another girl. Being friend zoned is when someone puts you into an emotional freezer bag and stuffs you into the way back of the freezer, thinking they can just take you out to thaw and have no other existence anytime they need you. A lot of men who have been friend zoned have straight up told the girl, please tell me if you don't like me so I can move on. And they get these BS answers like, no, I do like you. I'm just not ready right now. Trust me, the friend zone is very painfully real. And if you have no idea what it's like, go take a victory lap. Enjoy. Good job. Okay, I need to womansplain.
And to be honest with you, I don't disagree with her explanation of the friend zone because anytime a man hear, and it don't even have to be zone at the end, anytime a man hear friend or I want to be friend, anytime a man hear friend, they're like, and I'll be honest with you, even with me, like if I hear him like, oh, you playing, right? Because men are a lot of time triggered by that word friend because we know what that means. When we hear friend zone or a woman wants to be friend, we hear you playing around. You want to keep your options open where you keep me on the back burner while you still out there playing and exploring. Still giving me a certain amount of attention, still want to go out on dates with me while I pay, by the way, still, right? And why you just keep your options open. And like she said, why you emotionally play with me. Okay. And then you say all this, and it's a lot of times the very things that women will complain that men do, they would do it to men by keeping them in the friend zone, right? Being very vague, being non-committal, things of that nature, right? And so that is the version of what women do to men in the friend zone, right? Like I said, a lot of times they are like their company, they think they cool, they like the benefits that come with being around that person, and the guy is really putting in effort, but she's still just, just leading them on, right? So that's a reason why a lot of times, like, eventually a guy would be like she said, like, just tell me, do you like me like that or not? And then a woman be like, oh, well, yeah, I like you, but let's just see where things go. If anybody hit you with, let's see where things go, whether it's male or female, run. You hearing this straight from my mouth. All right, let's get to the next clip.
Talk about why she put you in the friend zone. Okay, usually this happens because she wasn't initially attracted to you, but you forced her to make a decision because you came on and you declared your love for her, or you were too nice to her and she could tell that you liked her. You don't want to do that. Do not be too nice up front. Usually when you're too nice up front, then that causes that to happen. A girl doesn't want to outright reject you, so instead it's easier for her to say to you, let's just be friends. She also might like the attention that you're giving her, and so that might be why she put you in the friend zone. If you want to know how to avoid getting in the friend zone, I'm going to make a video on that tomorrow, so make sure you subscribe if you haven't already.
And he's on the money with it. He's right. We know women love attention, right? So a lot of time they will keep, a man around just for their attention because she know that a woman could spot when a man really likes her. You know what I mean? And if he really likes her, he's going to do certain things, meaning he's going to be giving attention consistently, right? Because women love consistency, right? But a lot of times the dude that they like is not that consistent. So to make up for it, she'll keep a dude around in the friend zone, and go do things and go different places with him because he's showing her that attention, right? But she's never really gonna give him a time of the day. But the other part that he really said is that women really don't like rejecting men. Now, are there some women out there that they have the art of rejection, where they love just telling the dude, get out my face," stuff like that? There are some of those women, but most women do not like rejecting men, particularly when they know that that's a nice guy, right? She's just not attracted to him. And so what she would do is she'll just keep him around until, you know, he eventually just fade away, right? Or he might get lucky and, she might actually start feeling him if he's around long enough, That might happen, but don't get your hopes up, right? So I think the biggest part is that, she really just don't want to tell you. Now some women don't care. They'll flat out tell you, I'm just not feeling you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you want to stick around, you just gonna stick around. Some women would be that honest, right? But a lot of women are willing to lead you on or not be honest with you because they don't want to hurt your feelings, right? Nevertheless, right, it's still not a good thing to just keep somebody around just because. All right, I got one more clip for you, and then we're gonna wrap things up for you.
And put in the friend zone. Hands up. I swear I can see you through the phone. A lot of you, I'm assuming, because I get this question a ton. And the main reason why I see men get put in the friend zone is because they are focused on what they don't want to happen versus what they do. So if you've been following me for a while, you know that I always remind you that your thoughts create your reality. And if you're focused on signs she's not interested, that's all you're going to see. So I want you to shift your mindset around this. Start looking for signs she is interested and trust them. This requires you to actually own your desirability, believe in your desirability. Because how could she possibly be into you if you don't even believe she could be? You will miss the signs that she is interested. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe you're worthy of a woman like her to shoot your shot. How many of you have been...
Now, I hear what she's saying, and it sounds good, right? But none of that matters. Let's just be real. She either feeling you and wants you or not. That's it, right? So you can believe and, you know what I'm saying, that somebody your soulmate, and you can pray, you can, meditate, wash your feet, do all the things you want to do. If she don't see you as a viable option, it's just not gonna happen. You getting friend zone. Okay. All that what she was saying, it sounds good, but No, at the end of the day, if she's not messing with you, she's just not messing with you, right? She has an idea like physically, you know what I'm saying? Conversation got to be on point, you know what I'm saying? She has to feel protected by you. She has to feel comfortable. She has to feel safe. Like all these things going to when a woman is really feeling you. And I'll be honest with you, right? And this is a skill and a thing that men have to get better at, so that they're not wasting their time. I know and can tell when a woman is really feeling me. I can tell when a woman is giving me the choosing signals, right? And like I said, it's a skill, and a lot of men don't have it, right? And that way that you're not wasting time because you could tell, hey, and it's also in the actions. It's not just the sign, but it's also in the action. Are they consistent, right? Are they making themselves available? Okay. Are they flirtatious? So all these things will let you know that she's not going to put you into the friend zone. All right. All right, we're gonna end things right there, man. Let me know what you think, man, about the friend zone, and have you seen any other signs, man? Comment. Make sure you like and share the video, man. Let's let's get up there, okay? You know what I mean? So we can start, doing some other things in this space. All right. But hey, as always, I am you, you are me. Love always, love return. Remember, the worst thing you do is lie to yourself, and we out. Deuces. One love.